Turriel is the realm in which all other planes of existence converge, also known as the Mortal Realm, or Nexus Prime. The primary continent of Sarkenza possesses 4 separate kingdoms: Snowrust, Hinterstead, Eularia, and Dravandale. But we are going back further than those kingdoms, to the time where the gods created Turriel. This is called the creation story. There are 6 different known deities: Masenkai, Kalvar, Magnara, Navaril, Trelucian, and Astragonia. Before immortals walked the land, these deities appeared in Turriel, seemingly out of nowhere. When they arrived, the mortal realm was nothing but a barren wasteland, a clean slate, if you will. Once there, Masenkai created life in the form of plants and animals, and created different biomes for these life forms to live in. Having done this, Masenkai became known as the god of nature and creation. Masenkai continued creating life, and Turriel was flooded with an overabundance of plants and animals, which made Kalvar uncomfortable. Kalvar felt that there was too much life, so he began killing and destroying much of what Masenkai had created. This started somewhat of a war of attrition between Kalvar and Masenkai, and Kalvar became known as the god of destruction. Balance was restored. Masenkai eventually grew weary of creating life, and Kalvar was getting bored of destroying it. This took a lot of time and energy, and they could not keep doing this forever. So Magnara provided her powers, allowing the death of one being to provide life for another, creating a cycle. Masenkai would create life, Kalvar would destroy life, and Magnara would allow new life to come from the ashes. This gave Magnara the title of the Goddess of Rejuvenation. With a touch of Navaril's strange powers, random changes began occurring in the life forms created by Masenkai, causing this cycle to begin happening autonomously. These changes were required to cease the conflict between Kalvar and Masenkai, and Navaril's strange powers enabled this to happen, making him the god of chaos. Some of the life created by Masenkai changed in strange ways, making them violent and aggressive towards other life forms. The circle of life was created. Things were reproducing and killing all on their own, and the first intelligent humanoid life forms sprung into existence. These humanoids progressed and evolved through the threads of chaos into life forms that were able to kill any and all predators that came their way. They were apex predators. But this was not necessarily a bad thing. They started families, built civilizations all across Turriel, and worshipped the deities for everything they had provided. This did not seem like a problem, but time would show otherwise. With no natural predators, the balance was broken. Overpopulation took place, and intervention was required. Kalvar began killing these apex predators, but they were breeding too fast and in too many places. This was not something he would be able to accomplish, which meant that it was now Trelucian's time to shine. His terrible and destructive powers far exceeded that of any of the other deities. He flew across the mortal realm, causing drought, making the ground infertile, and obliterating large settlements in the blink of an eye. In record time, the population was corrected, and balance was once again restored. With this, Trelucian was declared the god of calamity. Time went on, and the deities decided that their work here was done. It was time to move on, returning only when Turriel needed correcting. But where would they go? Astragonia had an idea. She used her magic to create a portal into a whole new dimension from the mortal realm. One by one, the gods slipped through into a whole new place, similar to the one they had just left. They did not want to make a copy of the place they had just created, so they made a few changes. This process was repeated 5 more times using Astragonia's magic to create these portals. It was decided that all of these new worlds should be accessible from one prime location. Turriel was chosen as this nexus, and Astragonia was declared the goddess of magic. Using this process, Shimmervale, Paranormal Plane, Ataraxia, Abysmara, and the Astral Sea were all created. A secondary realm, referred to only as the Void, was created within the paranormal plane as a repository for the souls that had been piling up in all of the other planes whenever something died. And a pseudo-god called Nairo was created by the collective powers of the 6 original deities to watch over and collect all of the wandering souls. After several thousand years, the deities decided that they had done enough. They had made 6 different dimensions where life exists in various different ways, and had plenty to do to maintain them. But where do they go to look over it all? The deities didn't have a realm to call home. One more plane needed to be created, which is now known across Turriel as the Divine Realm. Like all other realms, the entrance was connected to Nexus Prime, but not easily accessible by mortals. Only the deities and those chosen by them may open the Divine Gate to get to this realm. Astragonia designed this world to be a comfortable place for all of the gods and goddesses to exist, look over all of the planes of existence simultaneously, and be able to influence things that happen across all of the creation, even if only to a small degree. With all of the work they had done, only minor corrections were required on occasion, which could be done from this divine realm. Now you know the basic knowledge of the creation story for all of the realms of Turriel, as told by many families from generation to generation across all 6 realms. Hope you enjoyed this story. Until next time, have fun, be safe, and keep on adventuring.